And this is how we'll get things started here with the 3-on-1. The Savage will start the ball. Bringing the ball upfield is number 10. He's got a lot of space, cuts around, cuts through 2 defenders. Sheesh! Finding his way to the 45, trying to ply his way through, cuts through, keeps making defenders of the B.I.C. look foolish, and he'll collapse around the 50-yard line. Let's take a look again on the replay. Cuts through, pulls back, slides, look at that. Just turning on, not even turning on a dime. Man was turning on a nickel. Under center, our first play of the game as we get things rolling. And yes, nickels are bigger than dimes, Hugh Jazz. I meant to say pennies, but got caught up in the moment. Spinning around, a gain of about 6 by Bell. RF1 under center and what looks like Tim's. But they're not Tim's, but the big man pushing through. Oh!
Get the ice cream truck music started. It is that time of year.
They are moving the ball to the 5-yard line, so it could have been a pass interference play.
Hey, the game goes on.
And that puts the B.I.C. in a world of trouble, but they stack the deck on the line. 3 up front, 1 wide receiver in the slot. Throws it over, tipped up, intercepted by the B.I.C. in the end zone. Trying to pull it out, but he'll kneel down. That's picked up by number 3.
These years, the B.I.C. and Savage always the top teams in A7FL action.
And that's off the hands. Oh, once again, we talked about this in the earlier games, going for those one-handed catches, and it cost the Savage here. Getting to the 5-yard line on a 1st and 10, turning it over, and now the B.I.C. will have it. Courage Mosley and his squad will head out to the field for the first time on offense.
Yeah, so Jamal Williams will be under center for B.I.C. He's had a really great start to the 19 A7FL season. They're already 2-0, and although Jamal isn't the most proficient passer with, like 70% completion or consistency as far as attempts and completions go, but he's a big playmaker and makes big time plays consistently.
Quick throw to the top of your screen.
That's
nothing. And that's just right over into Savage territory. Number 21 taking that one all the way downtown. A lot of anime references in the A7FL, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, BIC, they do have a tendency for their number or name to be something. It all started with Ron Clerk, which had a hashtag, and then it went to guys with fists or eyes. But we'll see. Sometimes the name on the back of the jersey isn't as important as the name on the front.
Wide receiver in motion. The snap. A lot of time. Chucks this one deep, but that one will bounce on to the 10-yard line and be incomplete. 2nd down. 4 on the line. Handoff. Can't get that one to move too far. Slight gain for number 24, Seth Batson.
Almost a legacy player for them. It's been 3 years since we've seen RF1 wearing number 17 in there, standing at 6'5". He was a quarterback for the Team Brazil in the World Series of football a couple years ago.
Wow. Fakes the handoff. Double reverse. Look at that. A little bit of trickery. A little bit of wizardry as Ward will get the handoff for no gain. That's Kyle Ward, K-Dub.
Another one of those situations where you got a former player on the side. This isn't Ward, but if you notice, which I'm sure you do, that turquoise do-rag, that's being worn by Troy Smith, my former receiver, and a former BIC standout. He's also known in this league as Mr. Incredible because he's incredible. And this should be his first big-time action as he looks to make some big plays here for the Savage, coming over from BIC last year.
RF1 takes the snap, has nothing but time, throws a dagger right over to Mr. Incredible, and gets the 1st down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was throwing to Mr. Incredible on that play, as you saw Will the Thrill Moore, number 22, coming on the wheel route. 2 guys were in the same spot, but if you throw the ball anywhere near Troy, he's most likely going to catch it, as we see here on the replay. You see the wheel coming. It looks like he was looking right at him, but Troy gets back in there and gets the catch.
Shotgun set, empty backfield. Handoff to the right. Pushing up ahead, number 22, a minimal gain on the play.
Savage. So that's already 3 guys we've mentioned that have switched teams. And
it's a lot of contention between these 2 clubs, a lot of rotating back and 4 on the line, 3 wide receivers thrown down to Mr. Incredible, and they continue to move the ball downfield. I'm back. Number 3 with the tackle. 3:14 left to play. Second down correction. Thrown in, picked up. And a big gain there for the Savage. Jabril Beeman breezed.
Now
Correction, number 18, Ward. Kyle Ward with the catch.
It's interesting to see the Savage with RF1, who is your traditional drop back passer. You know, this offense looks totally different.
RF1 going deep. Caught. Slip slide. Touchdown. Kyle Ward getting it right open. Getting past the squeeze right. And lighting up the lamp. Setting the scoreboard. 6-0 Savage.
Yeah, Kyle Ward just runs a go route. Decent coverage there, but a better throw by RF1. Standing tall in the pocket, firing it downfield.
Nothing but time there, too.
He's put up some impressive numbers here to start. He's 6 for 10, over 100 yards and a touchdown. Throw for the touchdown.
Mr. Incredible in the slot, going for 1, throws it, whips it. Mr. Incredible with the catch, making it 7-0. Mint Green. Mint Green on the feet, turquoise on the head. 1 point added to the scoreboard. Savage leads 7-0 in a battle of the undefeateds.
Yeah, I'm not sure if his stylist was drunk or what this morning.
I love it. I'm rocking with it. And we'll see again on the replay.
But it makes it easy to find where he is on the field. I should tell my receivers to do that.
The man with the mint green cleats, catching, rolling, and lighting it up.
Or they start locking up these receivers. It might be a long night for B.I.C's defense.
Rec Ratty, Sherrod Cervants throwing it off with a 3-on-1. And here comes Wright, running right into a Mack truck.
Yeah, JJ, the former U safety, got incredible speed, but brought down or pretty much corralled at the 25. And that's when Courage goes up and gives dap to Ole Bell, the defensive end he's going against, who he's been talking trash to all week on social media.
How much Gatorade you ingested at varying points of the games. The snap, quick throw to the right side, trying to push through, and that one will go out of play for a gain of about 2.
We'll see what they do here on second down.
And hey, hand it off, rolls it off, quarterback taking it, running and plowing through the New Jersey Savage, just driving through them in the orange traffic cone colored jerseys of the New Jersey Savage, just driving through them like a driver's ed student, just plowing right through them. Backfield. The snap, and here comes that pressure. Trying to get a sack. We got 2-on-1, and he's gonna get the first down with his feet and a little more. Breaks through midfield and gets taken down around the 45.
Now,
Ole with the first down.
Yeah, Jamal there with a huge conversion on third. A lot of times I'll criticize Jamal because if you watch that play, he drops back, gets to the back of his drop, and then he's looking for a running lane. But guess why he is? Because he's one of the fastest players in this league, and he should have thrown the ball right here. But he makes the first man miss, and he knows he only needs 3 yards, gets dot boss on roller skates going backwards, climbs the sideline, and gets about 20 yards on the rush.
But watch Ole Bell just following him all the way through. He was one of those players to watch for when we were talking about this game earlier today, coming through and making the stop. First down, B.I.C.
Yeah, Ole is all football all the time. When he's not playing in the A7FL, he plays tackle football in certain semi-pro leagues. He plays Skamoog flag football. And I feel like when he goes to sleep, he's probably involved in some type of game. He is the quintessential rush end. If you were to label him, he's more like a 3-4 outside linebacker that's undersized.
And we start the second quarter here. That was the start of our second quarter. Matt Ryan, Corey Hammond with you. Shotgun set. Mosley set up to the left. Williams hands it off to Mosley. Plowing through the tackler. Can gain only about a yard. And it'll be 2nd and 9. Baby ST in motion. Fakes the handoff. Fakes another one. Running down the sideline. Running into his own teammate. Gohan holding up the yard marker, getting a first down and a little bit of a running hug from his teammate.
Yeah, he's almost looking to go
Williams.
Gohan into going Super Saiyan so they can get a little bit of more help on defense. But you see the clear design is to give it almost that jet sweep look, fake it to Courage, and then you got an easy edge for, again, one of the fastest quarterbacks in the league, Jamal Williams.
And that would be a little short. I believe that's a little short for a first down. We got to see what the officials gave it. It looked like it could be 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches.
So it's good to see James Celovano in at tight end. Last year he had a pretty gruesome injury for BIC that stopped his season midway.
And that one a little too far. We're on the line. One in front. Mosley setting the block. They'll get the 1 yard and a little more.
There's laundry on the field. Let's see what the call is. Look, they just set Jamal to the edge.
And they called it on the Savage, so it'll be first down BIC. We're getting a little chippy here. It's getting a little spicy on the field.
Yeah, that's Dale for BIC. Looks exactly like Cam Newton.
Oh, and he jumped the line and then some, number 32.
Well, and he also, there was a hold on Olay there.
Left to go in the second quarter. Fake the handoff to Mosley. The bomb! In double coverage, but he can't come down with it. Zaqui's right. Had it in his hands, but the Savage defense just slapping it down, and it'll be second down for the BIC.
Had a step. Jamal put the ball where it needed to be. Just good recovery by Savage. It was double covered, but you could see here he's behind the defense.
But the inside coverage.
Game of inches, and you just got either if you're on offense, you got to squeeze that and make sure you come down with it. Jamal, maybe if you put it out a couple more feet, Zaquis can reach out and get it, and there's nothing the defenders can do. But let's just say good play all around, and it'll be second down.
And it is 10:57 left to go. 2nd and 10 off the incompletion. Mosley set up behind. Jamal Williams. Play action. Rolls out to his right, evades one defender. He's just going to go on his bicycle, and he's going to run to midfield, and he's going to get dropped for barely a gain. I think they may have got a gain of 5 there. No wrap, and I see our Kelvin might be a penalty here. We see see a flag on the field.
Yeah, the no wrap penalty I think they called when I got a little greedy and tried to run option in my game. But you see here as he breaks contain and tries to cut back and get a bigger gain. That's Amir Morris chick, and he goes for the knees, which technically is an illegal tackle in A7FL football, and I think it's going to be a 15-yard penalty in first down.
He kind of threw a crossbar.
We're going to need that today.
Right in motion. Williams drops back, throws it downfield, intercepted by the Savage, brought down. He's in the end zone. Takes the snap, hands up the middle. And it's the ice cream truck mumbling down the field. The ice cream truck now takes debit cards, and that is the most dangerous thing you can do for a human being.
No, it's honestly, I have 3 children. It's the best excuse when you hear the ice cream truck to say, "Oh, sorry, kids, I just don't have any cash on me." If they figure out that they now take the either Cash App or one of those ridiculous things. No, but the ice cream truck in the A7FL is basically the most delicious, hard-to-tackle running back that we have to offer.
He's handed out concretes like a Shake Shack. And seems like we'll get a little bit of jump in the line, and they'll still hand it off to the ice cream truck. Play action. And a turquoise dream. Making the move down the field, the man with the aqua-colored head.
Mr. Incredible.
Troy Smith with the first down, moving the Savage down the field with 7:46 left to go in our first half.
RF1 in control of this game. You see after the play action, makes quick decision. Get the ball out, boom. Levine actually had a bead on him. That's good pressure from BIC, but nothing you can do once the ball's in the air and it's towards one of the best receivers this game has to offer.
1st and 10 on the 26.
Number 21, Willie Mayweather in the backfield.
RF with time, and that one will be incomplete, meant for number 27 of the Savage.
If you see Mayweather in the backfield here, he's probably getting the ball.
They fake it and the handoff, and he immediately gets smothered and covered to BIC with the Waffle House defense for a loss and heading to 3rd down.
And that's Waldy Mendez in motion.
And puts Mendez back in 52, coming straight at him, and that one will be out of play, intended for number 18 of the Savage, Kyle Ward.
You hear this a lot, and you'll start saying, "Oh, no blocking, no blocking." Well, one of the schemes in this game is if you send more guys than they can block, you have a free man to the quarterback, and that's something I had to deal with last game, but RF1 has to throw the ball quick there, and we see Zaquis on the return.
Zakis getting Irish whipped out of bounds.
Now, there's been a one-on-one battle here, and Zakis started off early with that quick screen that he took for 25 yards on Jamal Harmon. But since Jamal Harmon's been batting away balls, intercepting balls, and he throws Zakis there like a rag doll here.
Just watch that beautiful spin back utilizing the B button. But here comes the Savage defense just to give him a bit of an Irish whip, tossing him to the outside. And let us know how good of a job we're doing. And here's a handoff to Courage Mosley, but he was stuck behind his defender, but he still finds a way to move ahead. The big body, and he'll get it for about 7. We'll take a look at that here.
Then they go with the draw, give it to Courage, get out of the way.
Bouncing off of Murr, his own offensive lineman. And Courage Mosley again. The man's too fast. We want to show replays of him, but we can't because he just moves too swift.
Yeah, you can't put that man in slow motion. He just gets angry and he gets the ball and he gets the first down.
2 wide receivers at the top of your screen, running back set. Mosley will push on ahead, and he'll just propel himself to a first down.
Yeah, so 4th down, what do? You give it to Courage, and look at him talking. He's getting fired up. He's been waiting for this matchup for what seems like forever after they beat the Gators, last year's champs, last week in a game that we thought was going to be a little closer. He's been excited to go at the Savage and specifically Ole Bell. And you can see he's teaming at the mouth, ready to get the ball again.
As Jamal Williams will come back in. And there's the handoff to the left side. And Ole, along with number 0, making the stop. And a little bit of mean mugging right there by Zaquise Wright. Savage, 2 wide receivers, 1 in the slot. Rolls out to his right. Williams has time, stumble on his bicycle. He's just trying to get rid of the ball. He launches this one downfield, and this one's caught by number 11. And he'll get the first down, but a fumble picked up by B.I.C., and that's picked up by number 12 as the B.I.C., that's Jess Benavidez, picking it up.
Wow, Jess Benavidez, you're playing football? No, Jess is actually the manager, so that was just a bad. That's Casey Fennessy picking up the game there. Jess, shout out to you. She's a longtime manager for BIC, and she's probably out there screaming her bloody head off right now. But there's a lot to break down there. Jamal Williams thought he had the edge just to run the ball. You're good. Dot Boss actually there faster than he thought he was, so Jamal has to break, contain, and go back to the left. Somehow finds Sullivan, which I thought that there's no way that he was going to get a completion there. And then Sullivan fumbles it, and then that heads-up play there by KC. Wow, they're putting us to work on that play.
14 seconds, throws it up, trying to get it through, and that one will be about a gain of 6. It's Casey Fennessy. Rolls out to his right, does Williams. Rolls through, tries to come through, gets up, and he can't make it over the goal line, and we'll head to halftime with the Savage leading the BIC 7-0 after Williams couldn't get over the goal line, tripping over on the tackle, and it's staying 7-0
yeah,
Savage.
Two things on that last play there. One, watching Jamal Williams play the quarterback position, sometimes as a fundamental kind of quarterback, you get a little frustrated, but I will guarantee you that you will not be bored at any moment watching this kid play quarterback. It seems like he's constantly flying, but with the last play of the half and you're within scoring range, as a quarterback, you want to win this game with your arm, and he just doesn't get a chance to get in the end zone. For me, I'm never running it in. That's not my strength, so I'm always throwing it, but I would have liked to see him take the onus on his arm and try to make a winning play that way as opposed to just trusting his legs, which he's much more comfortable doing. If you notice on the past plays, there's a different way you would run a guy like, for instance, myself, than you would rush Jamal Williams, or like you probably saw in the U game where guys were rushing Kareem Moon. When you have a guy that's that capable of escaping, you have to rush him a little differently. So it does give him time.
And speaking of time, no time left for us to sit around and chat. I love talking with you, but we are back to action.
Back to action. Back for Savage, when I'm sure there's not a game that CP3 want to play more than against BIC's former team.
Williams rolls out, throws it before he gets sacked, almost intercepted, and a Savage.
Let's see if Jamal can pick up the 3rd down here with the throw.
Hand it off to Mosley, and he just lowered his shoulder and decided to roll on through, but that will not be anywhere near enough for a first
I don't know who called that play. It's not always a bad move to give the ball to Courage. But if that's third down, then you're basically giving up by giving Courage just a quick handoff to the middle. There are a lot of instances where you can break that, but you see Isaac there unblocked, and he runs away from him through what looks like a seam. Savage's defense is not, the Renegades. They're not. Sorry, guys, we earned it today. They're not Spanktown. You're not going to just call a basic play and get 10 yards. You could have called a designed offense like a 10-yard out or a post wheel, something that requires execution.
Ooh, Xavion Ray Law, because that also just sounds like a 70s band, like a Parliament band, and I'm in for it. RF1, direct handoff.
That's Mayweather.
Gives it over to Mayweather. Gain of about 5 there. It'll be 2nd and 6. RF1 taking it. Going upfield, getting the first down and a little more. He'll be brought down near midfield. First down, Savage.
And almost like a Brazilian samba dance there to get free as RF1 calls the zone read and makes the first man miss and just lumbers for a good 6-7 yards there. First down. Definitely a nickname. That's not a God-given name. And you're almost laughing at Clinton Dix when you get to it. So little name analysis there before we get this play started. 2
receivers to the bottom of your screen. Handoff to Mayweather. Mayweather just pushing on through for the first down. Fighting like a young Floyd Mayweather, not the Mayweather that fought Pacquiao. That was definitely Mayweather De La Hoya Mayweather.
Calling his game in week 1, I kept telling the Savage, give him the ball because, again, just like Courage, he's one of those guys. You just get out of his way and just let him make plays. You see here, gets the handoff. Levine has to honor RF1 after that quarterback keep on the read option, so it slows him down there. And with an ankle tackle, you still got to bring him down. It's 9 yards.
The snap, fakes the handoff to Mayweather. Quick pass up to number 2. Cutting through. He's got daylight ahead of him. One player, and he'll be dragged out of play. That's Williamson with a great reception. If he had a little bit of turning room there, I think he would have gotten it.
Yeah, that's the tight end dot boss. And we talked about him at the defensive end spot. He's really athletic, and you saw the breakaway speed there as soon as he caught the ball. You got a quick play action fake, and one of the things that RF1's able to do that I think Jamal Williams is not is if you get the ball out as a quarterback and act more of a point guard that's looking to spread the ball than a point guard that's looking to put up volume numbers. You see on the Savages side, you have that distributor. He's not really worried about how much yards he's throwing for. He's just getting the ball out there quick in space. Jamal's holding onto the ball too long, and it's a big difference what you see with the two offenses.
Fakes the handoff, and RF1 going upfield on the quarterback option. Touchdown, Savage. They take the 14.
I think he went out at about the 3 yards. Yeah, about the 3.
3 up front, 2 behind for B.I.C. The handoff, trying to bring it inside. That's number 4 moving upfield, and he'll be brought down after a gain of just about 1. That's Ice Cream Truck. Ice Cream Truck set up to the left of RF1. He'll take on a blocker. Thrown into the end zone. Touchdown! Ward.
That's Ward's second catch, second touchdown on the day. And Savage is matriculating the ball up and down the field. BIC's having a tough time. They're going to have to look inside themselves, figure out how they're going to stop this high-powered Savage offense, which seems to just do whatever they want on each play.
And you can just see it here. Top of your screen, just coming out of nowhere.
JJ slipped. He saw the crossing route coming. He was going to break on it. JJ, number 26 for BIC, the safety.
And it looks like they're just going to go for 1 here. And Lithium Nice saying RF1's more of an elite pocket passer compared to CP3, and that's what this team needs to become elite. And somebody in the chat promoting the read option. In trouble, but it's up, over, and in there. And that's 1 point for the Savage, making it a 14-0 lead. That's picked up by number 27.
And then he says, what, to the dentist, and the dentist doesn't go near him.
And it'll be a 3-on-1. And here comes BIC.
That's JJ with some speed.
Tried to stay upright.
Not as much balance.
But it'll be picked up at the 40. If he didn't wobble there, the Jamaican Rocket might have been able to get a little bit further towards Savage territory. Mosley set up to the right. Wide receivers, top of your screen. He'll hold. Gets to the sideline. Keeps the ball, keeps moving. He'll get the first down, and he'll get into Savage territory. He'll be 1st and 10 on the 49.
But don't be surprised if you see him throw with his left hand.
And they'll go again, keeping it. And running along the sideline, streaking down to the 33-yard line. Zaki's right, just lighting up this Savage defense. And they'll hand off to Courage. Nope, they'll swoop around again, being able to fool them. Savage getting the wool pulled over their eyes, brought down around the 26. And that is Zaki's right.
You missed it, but 1st and 10.
And he'll keep it again. Fourth time seems to not be the charm. And they'll come up short on that one. Not getting the
on this
first down.
drive, 5 rushes, 43 yards for Zaki's. They're eventually going to, get keen to, okay, guys, hey, there's only one thing that's probably going to happen on this play. It's not a surprise. But excluding that last play, the previous 3 plays were 10-yard first down runs, and you see Olay was
go
fooled
for it
there.
again.
No, this is the replay.
Wow.
Not the last play, but the play before that.
That's what I get for looking at the Twitch chat. The play calling by B.I.C. here. And now it looks like he'll make a throw. And he'll just gain a yard because that Olay was having none of that. Talking right into his ear.
Yeah, and you saw how they saw that it was a pass play, so Olay rushed him differently. You see, he doesn't break, contain, or go past the back shoulder of the quarterback. He stays on his man, is able to get free, and a beautiful form tackle there on the really slippery right. That's textbook pass rushing against a mobile quarterback.
They won't move him back. It'll be a reset. Right in trouble. He's going to have to rely on his legs again, but he may lose all that ground he gained. Throwing this one deep. And that one will not be caught, and that will be 4th down. And he'll hold on to it again, and he'll have to deal with this offense. This defense. Picked up, knocked down, and it will be going back to the Savage. RF1 will have the ball. Moving up to the line. Shotgun, he's got Mayweather to his right. One wide receiver in the slot. Fakes the handoff to Mayweather, and the B.I.C. will have that play, DOA.
Similarly, there was a wrinkle that was added last drive to Savage's offense. They were running that read option. Levine played exactly the way you're supposed to play that. You wait on the quarterback. You don't go for the fake. And then he was just there because RF1 didn't read it properly. He should have gave to the ball there to Mayweather, which I would probably do on every one of these runs. But nowhere to go for anybody really in the backfield, and a great defensive play by B.I.C. to try to stay in this game as Savage looks to probably grind down the ball here with a bunch of different run plays.
It'll be 2nd down and 12 after a 2-yard loss. Mayweather with the ball. 3 up front for the Savage. And here comes a press. Tossed over to Mayweather, but that one.
And that's Andrew Levine, and on the last 2 plays is single-handedly trying to keep B.I.C. in this game.
It's the start of the 4th quarter. Matt Ryan, Corey Hammond with you. Savage up 14-0 in a battle of the unbeatens. Rolling out to his right, RF1, and that one will be caught.
That's Amir Morris on the catch.
Trying to figure out if he was down by contact or if it was an incompletion. But it'll be 1st down and handoff to Mayweather, and that one will get them no traction as it'll be 2nd down.
Big, powerful arm, and he's more of a pocket passer than an actual running quarterback.
But now he's on his bicycle, launches this one downfield, makes the catch, bobbled up, almost picked up.
Well, we got everything on that play.
It was everything but a circus. It was like a Stefan bit. It had everything. After that volleyball play on the last one, 3rd and 10.
Plenty of time here in the pocket.
Just dinks it out to the ice cream truck. Moving it upfield, and we'll get a gain for about 1 as we head to 4th down, which is an A7FL exclusive.
Well, if this is executed correctly, it should be out of bounds.
And it will be dropped at the 9. It'll be sent to the 9, and the B.I.C. will have the ball down 14-0. And they hand it off to Courage, coming off the block, running upfield with a good charge ahead, and that one will be a huge gain just to keep the BIC momentum rolling. That should be about a first down.
But look, the reason that we don't have a helmet is because it's been proven by our evidence that it's much safer as Zakis breaks free and gets another 10-yard gain. Or Greco-Roman kind of wrestle tackles, things like that. So as Kennedy gets the jet sweep.
And it completely devolves around him in a loss of 3.
Especially for concussions, to play without the pads than it is with them.
In motion. Right, looking for it. Moving upfield, dunks it down, and that one will be dropped by Courage Mosley.
Jamal Williams is hurt. He walked off after that last play looking like he wasn't hurt at all, but we haven't seen him here in his second half.
And next week here on Twitch, we're going to have Patterson U taking on the Baltimore Vikings and the NJ Savage against the Baltimore Gators as we see Courage Mosley try to make a run upfield, and we'll see 4th down. And once again, that'll be Patterson U against the Vikings and the Savage against the Gators next week right here on Twitch on Cinco de Mayo. And speaking of Cinco de Mayo, it's a fiesta running upfield, and that'll be a first down for Zakis Wright. 1st and 10, Mosley set up to the right, 3 on the line with 5 for the Savage creeping ahead. And here comes some pressure. Zakis Wright finding a way around, jukes to his left, trying to find a way upfield, cuts through another defender, finding a lane to the end zone and brought down around the 5 as the BIC, with 5:47 left to go, look to get into the end zone.
Sucking a little bit of wind here. He says, come on, let's go. Zakis Wright has actually been in real battle, so this battle against Savage is not fazing him at all. He's definitely not looking to throw the ball, but it seems that he might have enough if he keeps running around like a crazy person to make enough plays for this BIC offense as he's trying to make the comeback.
Cut on the inside, big block to the side. And there's a timeout called with 5:53 left to go. People are asking, where was the Savage secondary on that one?
Well, they were covering the receivers. That's what they were doing. I mean, it is a pass play, and there are guys running around. The thing is that when the rush doesn't get to the quarterback in A7FL, we talked about it in the previous games. The 7 versus 7 on 7 means there's less people. There's more of a microscope on every single individual matchup that happens. So if the defensive line can't get to the quarterback, the defensive back's job isn't to tackle the quarterback when he goes for the run. It's to cover the receivers to make sure that they don't get beat for a pass. So when their back is turned, it's really hard for them to turn around and then find a shifty athlete like Zakis Wright. So, look, you may be asking where the defensive backs were, but they were doing their job. It's Ole, Isaac, and looks like RF1 is playing defensive end for the Savage.
He's playing off the edge. It's 1st and 10, 5:15 left to play. On the 6-yard line, the handoff to Mosley. Mosley trying to plow ahead, gains about 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I'd like to see, look, I was just as guilty of this, but I'd like to see them try to get a little bit more inventive in giving Courage the ball. His existence in this league has basically been like, here, go. And then he has to make 6 or 7 guys miss with little blocking. So it's 2nd and goal here. They might give it back to Courage, but I'd like to see them do a little bit of a better play design.
Correction, no gain on the play. Right under center. He'll run right, and a cover by Mosley with the tackle. Touchdown, BIC. It'll be ruled a touchdown. The Savage saying he stepped out of bounds at the 1-yard line, but the referee will give him the touchdown. And, folks, this game's gotten a lot more interesting. This 1-point or 2-point conversion could really decide the future of this game, because if the Savage give it up on that next possession, and we'll take a look at the replay here, and he's in the whole way. He doesn't step out until he's over the goal line. So that's a touchdown for the BIC.
Yeah, so we talked about how valuable Courage is. And obviously, as a running back that's very tough to bring down, you got a valuable player right there. But part of Courage's game that doesn't necessarily get talked about a lot is his unselfishness, his willingness to block when it's a pass play. But when you see right there, his lead block is what leads to the touchdown. So maybe he doesn't have 100 yards on the day. He's pretty much been bottled up for only about 40 yards on about 9 carries. But that first touchdown for BIC, Zakis Wright running a design quarterback run to the edge, was set up by the great block by Courage.
And it's a 2-point attempt here for the BIC. 2-point
Yeah, so they go for
from
2
10.
here, because if they score a touchdown after getting the 2 here, then they can go for 1
And win the game.
But if they don't get it here, then they have to go for 2 again.
Tipped up! Still in place. Keith Wright keeps it, but that one will be a no-go.
So pretty athletic play by the Savage quarterback, RF1, jumping up 6'5". Obviously, he's pretty high up there already. But then for Zackees Wright to complete a pass to himself. I know you guys were joking.
No yards.
I know you guys were joking that I might have tried to do that to myself earlier, but he actually did that in a game. That's pretty impressive. Other than himself.
That's true.
Have you seen that? Like, honestly,
you've got me there. You've got me there, Corey. 3-on-1. He'll catch it around the 26, the 22. Looking for
Kyle
an option
Ward,
here.
who has 2 touchdowns on the game for the Savage, and he tries to back up and then go back in it, and it doesn't look like it worked out for him.
And he'll be brought down near the 40.
You know, maybe he's playing for his former team, B.I.C. here.
Wide receiver hands it off to the 22, who was in motion. Almost got his pants pulled down, but he keeps pushing ahead. Pants or no pants, he gets into B.I.C. territory and gets a first down.
Gets the draw, finds a seam, and is untackleable.
And he'll get to the 49 as you see he almost got his shorts pulled down.
Yeah, Sal Cruz going for the butt there. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
But the forward momentum just dragging him across into B.I.C. territory, up 8. In shotgun, 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom. Quick throw back up to 22, trying to get through, moves ahead, gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Hand off to Ice Cream Truck, plows through, won't get the first down, but will get it to about 2 yards away, and it'll be 3rd and 2. And they go with the quarterback running up the sideline, and that one will go out of play. And it looks like they'll mark them at the first down. They'll mark the first down, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Savage at the 35. 0 in motion. Fitz G hands it off right side to Mayweather. Mayweather will get it moving, and he'll be pulled out of bounds.
Is he out of bounds? No, Calvin says he's in bounds, so the clock will run.
So 1:43 now left to play, and the
B.I.C.
Savage
doesn't call a timeout, so they're either completely unaware of where the clock is, or they're content to lose this game, which I highly doubt. I
doubt that
they're
too.
ready to lose
90
this game.
seconds left to play, and the clock keeps ticking down, and it looks like we're waiting to hear on a timeout. Timeout called, and putting pressure, knocking on the gates are the B.I.C. Handoff to Mayweather, running up the sideline, staying in play.
But
and
not
gets
in bounds.
Not in bounds. He gets taken out after a gain of about 3.
B.I.C. with some pretty inventive running plays.
And there's a flag on the play, but the Ice Cream Truck moving it upfield and gaining another first down.
Yeah, that's that fake toss, almost inside fullback reverse. Like I said, inventive running the ball. If you could do, I'm not even good at that. I can call a good pass game, but as far as run plays goes, it's just an obligation that I just have to hand the running back the ball so he doesn't get pissed at me. You see that Fitz is utilizing the 3 running backs that they have. Well, Waldy Mendez isn't necessarily a running back, but he's using 3 guys in the backfield, using misdirection to make it a little bit confusing so that the B.I.C. defense has to play on their heels. And for a last drive, this is as effective as an offensive football team can be without scoring a quick touchdown. They are draining the clock and bleeding the B.I.C.'s chances for a comeback in this game.
And there's 18 seconds left on the clock, and they're kind of having to hope for a miracle on the B.I.C. side.
Yeah,
force this to overtime.
If I'm Savage, I'm probably just going to kneel the ball here, and then it's game over. If you do hand the ball off, which is their right to do, I don't know why you would do it, but it is their right. B.I.C.'s got to go for the strip here. You see Courage on the sideline at the bottom of your screen, livid right now that he doesn't have an opportunity.
Just took the game right out of the offense's hands. 18 seconds left to go. And they toss it to Mayweather, looking to get one more score, plowing his way through, and he'll be taken down just near the goal line.
Yeah, and he fights to stay in bounds. And you see Calvin with the circle motion with his hands. That means that we are in bounds. We are in play. Time ticks down here. B.I.C. still has a timeout, but I don't think they're going to call it. And this battle of undefeated teams seems like it's decided. a good question. Where are we at on the clock?
And it seems like this one should be all over. And per the officials, there's 5 seconds left in this game. You can see it at the bottom of your screen, and it looks like the Savage are just going to run this one out here, Corey, and take away the BIC's undefeated season, and now the Savage become 3-0.
When we look at the top of the standings this year so far, last year it was the Vikings undefeated, the Gators undefeated in the championship, 2 Baltimore teams. Now, there are some pretty good Baltimore teams out there, but some of the cream of the crop of New Jersey's rising to the top. You see that the Savage make a pretty big statement here as Willie Mayweather scores as time expires. The Savage are here to stay, and a little bit disrespect to Courage as Mayweather lets him know that I'm the winning running back in this battle. Look, B.I.C. made a lot of flash plays. You could see that they're talented. They didn't execute what they called on offense, and I think that was the difference in the game today.
And I think that a lot of RF1 definitely the big playmaker for the Savage today. But we move on to next week. The Savage are in action next week. The New Jersey Savage will take on the Baltimore Gators at 4 p.m. as part of our Sunday double-decker. They'll be at 4 o'clock. Patterson U will take on the Baltimore Vikings at 2 p.m. And the only way you can see them outside of being in Baltimore is by watching it right here on Twitch. Be sure to hit that follow button. If you watched us for the first time, you caught us on the front page today, do not miss any more of the hard-hitting action, and the compelling action of the A7FL. Don't miss people like us in the booth bringing you every single moment of every single game. We'll have the double-decker for you presented by Tim Tam and Recovery for All next Sunday right here on Cinco de Mayo, 2 p.m. Patterson U will take on the Vikings, and the NJ Savage will take on the Gators. And for more information on that and all of the A7FL, head to a7fl.com. Your final score here from Roselle, it was the New Jersey Savage remaining undefeated, bringing down one of the top teams in the A7FL, the B.I.C., 14-6. Corey, your final thoughts.
Look, a great day of football other than my performance specifically. I'm really excited to see the U. Like, the first week of the season, they played Immortals, and it was a tough game for them. I think they have a lot of new pieces. They're starting to click. Unfortunately for Spanktown today and my team, the U was clicking, and you could see with Huff at quarterback, all the playmakers that they have, they're going to be a tough out as we get closer and closer to the playoffs and the end of the season. So the Baltimore Vikings with a really staunch defense and rumors that their quarterback Mason is coming back, that's going to be a huge matchup. The NJ Savage versus the Baltimore Gators is a rematch from last week's week 1 where the Gators won by 1 in New Jersey. The Savage with a great win here today are going to look to drive down 95, go into Baltimore, into Dunbar Stadium and get a win for themselves, stay undefeated as the Gators, the defending champs, are reeling with a loss to B.I.C. last week and a couple of tough games earlier in the season. They need to get back on track. This is going to be a huge game for weekend for football next week. And as you're drinking Coronas, I think the best thing for you to do is go straight to Twitch and catch some great live action.
Exactly. Hit that follow button. If you've not done that yet, we've had a record-breaking day on Twitch.
Yeah.
Me and Corey are going to take the credit for it. But
not my play, just me speaking. I was better at speaking today. I'll definitely say that. And shout-outs to all of you guys watching at home. You are why we do this, and that interaction on Twitch is what makes this really a lot more fun for us especially. You guys were awesome today. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat, being so engaged, wanting to learn more, wanting to root on our players, wanting to root on our teams, and do the same thing next week. Celebrate Cinco de Mayo with us in Baltimore. For Corey Hammond, I'm Matt Ryan. This has been the A7FL Double Decker on Twitch. We'll see you next Sunday at Dunbar Stadium in Baltimore. So long from the Garden State. See you later, guys. Visit us online at www.a7fl.com for details.